Some people tell me they have low self-confidence and they are concerned about it. So we could say that self-confidence with a little s is not necessarily so valuable. We build up our ego identity with all kinds of conditioning, so it's always in comparison with something else. It's always dualistic. So if I say I have high self-confidence, it might just mean that, I think I'm pretty, or I'm rich, or I have a great car. And compared to other people, all those things may be true, but do they last very long? Do they last for the rest of your life? So when we're talking about self-confidence with a big S, then we're talking about having confidence that we can contact the essence of our being and be informed from that experience. That's the self with a big S, or God. You can call it whatever you want, but it is that immediate awareness. Oh, I'm in touch with something deeper than my ego. And I know many of you have had glimpses of that, and be assured that if you think of yourself as having a low self-esteem with a small s, this might be even better than having a high self-esteem with a small s, because if you have that feeling, then you're more likely to be motivated to go to the deeper place in yourself. And if you have a lot of superficial things in your identity and it gives you high confidence, and you can easily become arrogant and feel like you have everything, and then you can be also hit with a big wake-up call because it's not lasting forever. So of course the resistance that we talked a little bit about last time, the resistance that we feel is the natural resistance to let go of our identity. There's nothing wrong with our identity. There's nothing wrong with our ego, but we don't want to be limited by that and stuck in that. So as we do the practice and reach into ourselves, we are faced with the need to let go of our resistance and dare to go into this place in ourselves where our identity doesn't really matter. Our identity is not the essence of who we are. So we are all, facing cycles of life and death, birth and rebirth, I should say, all the time. And to manage that without freaking out, it's really beneficial to gain the confidence that, yes, I can reach into myself and I can gain contact with the essence of my being, and I can feel the compassion and the wisdom flowing from that awareness. At least have glimpses of it, and then become more and more motivated to dig deep, more and more deeply into it, so that you are eventually immersed in that. That becomes more important to you, that self-confidence with a big S, than any kind of low or high confidence you have in terms of the ego. And you take refuge in that. And this is what the Buddhists say. You take refuge in the practice, you take refuge in the lineage, you take refuge in the community, you take refuge in this deeper state that you contact. In that state, there is no judgment, there are no conflicts. Of course, in life, we still will meet conflicts and challenges, but they won't affect us the same way because we have the confidence that we are in touch with this deeper self. And in that deeper self, on that level, we are all the same. We are all the same essence. And that essence is really infinite and indestructible. And I'm not, saying that this fear and the pain and everything we feel as human being is, of course, very real on one level. But if we can go to a deeper level, we really take refuge in that deeper self-confidence. And it's, something that has to grow in us. And we have to be convinced ourselves. Nobody can really convince you of that. I'm not preaching to you. I'm just pointing the direction that can be a solution for you and anybody who wants it. And this has been talked about and pointed to in for many centuries. But at the same time, we have thousands and thousands of years of ego development and ego attachment, identity attachment. We are identified with all the different aspects of our ego and the things that we have been given as far as conditioning goes. If you feel that you have low self-esteem, low self-confidence with a little s, I'm encouraging you to just relax about it. Let it go. It's fine. Be motivated to go to the self-confidence with a big S. Go to the essence in yourself. That's where the wisdom and the confidence will arise that will dissolve the other. And conversely, if you have too high self-confidence with a small s, it will also dissolve your arrogance.